understanding in us. Dr. S. Sona. Recognized with honors like Space Gold Medal and awards from ISRO. He is a fellow of INAE, AESI, ASI and holds positions in global astronautical organizations while contributing to publications in structural dynamics, launch vehicle design and management. He is also a keynote speaker for today. Dr. S. Madhavraj is a homemade aerospace scientist and has made important contribution to success of India's Chandrayaan-3 mission. He obtained his B in Aeronautical Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, India in 2009, MTech in Aerospace Engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, Chennai, India in 2012, and PhD in Aerospace Engineering from Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, India in 2020. He joined the Indian Space Research Organization in 2011. He is currently a spacecraft trajectory designer at UR Rao Satellite Center, Madhavraj. Shawl, Shrifal, bouquet, citation and 5 lakh rupees is the award which is conferred on Dr. S. Madhavraj.
Mr. Vishwajit Rani, Health Minister, Government of Goa, Dr. S. Somnath, Chairman of ISRO, Bengaluru, Dr. Anil Kakodkar, former Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission of India, Sri Narona, the Chairman of Goa Public Service Commission, and Chairman of Advisory Committee of 8PARRIKAR Vigyan Mahotsav. Sri Sanjay Goyal, IAS Secretary, the Science and Technology for the Waste Management, Dr. S. Madhavraj, the scientist, UR Rao Satellite Center, ISRO, Bengaluru, Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, Director, NIO, eminent scientists who are delivering a lecture at various other venues. I am extremely happy and delighted to be part of this event today for the 5th edition of 8PARRIKAR Vigyan Mahotsav. My government has marked this day as the 8PARRIKAR Vigyan Mahotsav to commemorate the birth anniversary of late Sri Manohar Parrikar, former Chief Minister of Government of Goa and Defence Minister of Government of India. Science, technology and innovation very close to his heart, and he used this decision making in the governance of the state. I am happy to see that this event has become a flagship event of the Department of Science and Technology. Students, teachers and researchers are looking forward to this day to listen and interact with the scientists of international repute. On this day, the 19 scientists are interacting with our students in 9 different venues. This, I am sure, will help to inculcate scientific interest and temperament among the participating students and teaching community. I am congratulating for the Minister of the Science and Technology and his department for ensuring and planning this event meticulously by identifying eminent scientists from different fields. I want our Goan student to become a prominent scientist and contribute for the progress of the state of Goa, the country and the world at large. I am glad that Dr. S. Somnath has taken a time out to talk and interact with our students here and inspire them to achieve greatness. I am very proud to inform that this year, our Govanta Vibhushan Dr. Anil Kakodkar, former chairman of Atomic Energy Commission of India, who has carved his name in the International Circle of Eminence. We also have with us Dr. Mahotsav Raj. He is scientist, URL Space Center ISRO, Bengaluru. He has his PhD in Aerospace Engineering, Indian Institute of the Science, Bangalore, and specialist in the satellite design and space dynamic, interplanetary trajectory design. He has just been awarded Manohar Parrikar Yuva Scientist Award 2023. Department of Science and Technology has signed an MOU with the Principal Scientist Advisor, Government of India, and with Director General, CSIR, for supporting this event by providing eminent scientists. We are now also signing a MOU with the Indian Academy of Science, Bengaluru. Indeed, this is an opportunity one must utilize for advantage and future scientific development of the state. This year, more than 6,000 students will be participating at various venues, including the new venue at Darbandora. The event will also be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube, where all the general public can participate and get motivated by the great scientific mind of our time. I am also thankful for NIO Director Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh for his unwavering support to this event. I assure that this event will be supported by the government in years to come. समेस्त गोंयकारांक हांव परत एकदा मनोहर पर्रीकर विज्ञान महोत्सवाच्यो खूब खूब परबी दिता आणि आज परत एकदा मनोहरभाई पर्रीकरांक तांच्या जयंतीच्या निमित्तान याद करता आसतना समेस्त गोंयकारांच्या मनात मनोहरभाई सातत्यान आमी म्हणटाले की सायन्स इनोव्हेशन आनी टेक्नॉलॉजी हाच्या खातीर वळखले वताले. आज आमी त्यांचोच विचार फुडें व्हरता आसतना आमच्या गव्हर्नन्सांत इनोव्हेशन डिजिटलायझेशन हे सगळे फुडें व्हरत आसा आणि त्याच्या यादीत हो मनोहर पर्रीकर विज्ञान महोत्सव आमी पुराय गोंय आनी देशा खातीर ऑर्गनायज करता आणि आज पयलो मनोहर पर्रीकर सायंटिफिक अवॉर्ड आमी आज दिलो हाजी म्हाका खोस भोगता. ह्याच कारणान गोंयांत वेगवेगळे आमचे भुरगे सायंटिस्ट जावचे, इनोव्हेशन रिसर्च ह्या फिल्डांत फुडें येवचे म्हणून सुद्धा आमी हायर सेकंडरी या हायर एड्युकेशन ह्या क्षेत्रात दर वर्सा रिसर्च करपा खातीर पुराय ग्रँट ही गव्हर्मेंटाच्या वतीन दिता. म्हाका दिसता पयलेच गोंय सरकार आसतलें ही अशा पद्दतीन ग्रँट दिवपी. हांव समेस्त हायर एड्युकेशनांत शिकपी सगळ्या भुरग्यांक तुमच्या मदलो सायंटिस्ट मुखार येवचो, तुम्ही वेगवेगळ्या पद्दतीन म्हणजे रिसर्च करपाक फुडें येवचे हे तुमच्या लागीं मागता. म्हाका दिसता मनोहर पर्रीकर विज्ञान महोत्सव हो तुमच्या खातीर एक बरो इव्हेंट आसा. तुम्ही सगळे जाण ताचो खूब मोठ्या प्रमाणात फायदो घेतले आणि गोंयांत एक बऱ्या पद्दतीचो सायंटिफीक कल्चर डेव्हलप जावचो हाच्या खातीर सरकार वावुरता. तुमी ताचो फायदो घेयात.
Because somebody who is an achiever is also seeing the potential of somebody who is upcoming and going to make a name for himself. It is so important, and to that type of encouragement, to create that type of encouragement through this award that has been initiated by this Manohar Parrikar Vigyan Mahotsav, and also with great contribution from Dr. Vigyan Arora. I would like to congratulate him. I never knew that he was a part of this. So when I was told, Mr. Upendra Joshi mentioned me, Dr. Vigyan Arora is the one who has been putting everything together. I would like to also thank Dr. Sunil Kumar Singh, the director of NIO, for being a part of this great event and having this event on the birth anniversary of our leader, Shri Manohar Parrikar, who was a great technocrat, grew up from the ranks, became the Chief Minister of the state, became the Defence Minister of the country, handpicked by Shri Narendra Modi ji. I mean, it's a proud moment for us, and what could be a better thing than having such a function on the occasion of his birth anniversary and commemorating it. I mean, it is something really unique. I would like to thank the organizers and the Chief Minister for giving me an opportunity to come here today. But definitely, I would also like to appeal to the younger generation. I can see many faces from our government officials also, younger generation also. It's very important to learn. Education is something that never stops. Enriching one's knowledge and understanding how things are moving forward will only help you see what is happening and what's oncoming onto you. Many times people feel then a wrong notion is spread that utilization of AI is going to put so many people out of job. Yes, but then you have to be competitive enough. There's different other avenues that are opening. In the area of healthcare, I keep seeing interacting with doctors in several international, and our Indian doctors also are well exposed and who are now coming and putting things in a different way. Things are changing. And if you have to keep up with change, I seriously feel that having experts like you giving us that insight, perhaps we will be in a better position to drive policy and make our state a much better place to live in, much better, having better science-driven policies, utilization of new technology and innovation, which will help us have proper, and policies, when they are made, they should be really time-tested, and it has to be tested in such a way. But because when I say this, I think I need to make myself a bit clear, is having experts like you, having your experience, vetted and aimed into that policy so that it helps us move in a particular fashion. And I strongly believe having people like you on board to guide the state and guide the younger generation will help us make Goa a better state.
So I thought I should speak about the exploration side of it, the science side of it, and what, of course, Chandrayaan and other missions of what ISRO recently did are also there. Rockets and satellites. You can work on key domains of technology. For example, material science is so important for us. And one example I'll tell you, for a typical cryogenic engine, we need 50 different metallic materials. And all of them are complex alloys. And all these alloys, when we started building it, all came from Russia. Today, all of them are built in India because we have metallurgists, material processing engineers who are able to convert these imported alloys to an Indian equivalent alloy and produce in India to the quality required for space. It's a great achievement. And it didn't come from ISRO alone. It came from various institutions in this country who contributed on the metallurgy of metallic materials. It's same for non-metallic materials, composites, adhesives, chemicals. You get paints, ceramics, glasses. There are magnetic materials. And each of them you have huge amount of research opportunity. And new approaches in material science is coming in terms of additive manufacturing. Have you heard of additive manufacturing? I think many of you would have already heard about additive manufacturing. And how this can be used in space is a very important topic we are discussing. Of course, there are conventional designs for aerodynamics, propulsion, rockets, satellites, air-breathing engines, space missions as Mahotsav does in trajectory designs, how to travel from Earth to Moon or Moon to Mars. I think all of these are complex mathematical calculations that are involved. I think all of these are part of our knowledge building, design, capability development. But before I go further, I would like to tell you Chandrayaan 1 was very, very exciting mission in terms of science and technology. Observation. For example, I just marked here the spectrum of the radiation, where it actually travels from the radio waves to gamma ray spectrum, where the visible spectrum is very small. What you are seeing, the natural light. But they are not visible to each human eye. But still you can make observations in all these spectra using appropriate instruments. So the Chandrayaan 1 was one mission in which we had instruments to look from one end of the radio spectrum to up to the gamma ray and various bands. So it actually brings out so much information about the object to which you are looking at. And this was possible because we had an international collaboration of bringing instruments from Europe, America and India in Chandrayaan 1. And this was a fantastic mission because of that. We had a large amount of observations which gave so much of science outcome ultimately. Atmosphere, nucleation of various activities and how it controls the pollution and other radiation effects and suppression of the radiation. All these are important and we need to measure aerosol emissions and characterize them to control it for the future. So this is again space and ground-based observations we carry out. We study the clouds and how clouds impact our radiation. And we have even sent satellites as well as we do ground-based radar observations continuously to understand radiative impact of clouds on Earth's weather. We also conduct experiments on rocket stages. We have an upper stage of rocket which we use instruments. Suppose some of you in colleges have an interest to build an instrument and you want to launch it. I think you should send a mail to me and I will give an opportunity for you to build the first instrument to launch on PSLV. Are you ready? And if somebody wants to become a space scientist in ISRO, it's very easy. You know how easy it is? First is that you must be exceedingly good in your academics. So that's a minimum demand. Second, of course, you have to crack the examination that we are offering to you. For every 100 seats, we have 1,000 times applicants. So one seat, 1,000 applicants minimum. So the competition is very, very high. And if you crack that, possibility of getting in ISRO is very high in undergraduate level in engineering. If it is master's, PhD, then we have a specialized recruitment based on domain specialization. So whenever you see an advertisement, if you have a very good credentials in your master's and PhDs, of course you will be recruited. So, but the number of vacancies are small for engineering and science domain. We also take people in various domains like masters in chemistry, masters in physics, metallurgy, production.
Because that's also the age when the young people are trying to establish in their own laboratories. They're trying to establish in terms of selecting directions of research, set up collaborations, and so on and so forth. So that's the right time for both recognizing the individual as well as rewarding the individual. Again, being for the first time, initially there were some challenges. It was looking as if whether we will get adequate number of entries. And thanks to the team led by Dr. Narona, they made tremendous efforts to reach this information to almost all corners of this country from where we could seek nominations.